Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The President, Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, QS Obafemi Onoshile, members of the National Executive Council, members present, members of the Board of Trustees, past presidents with us, President of the Quantity Surveyors Registration Board of Nigeria, Secretary as African Association of Quantity Surveyors, Chapter Chairman present, the Chairman Association of Consulting Quantity Surveyors, Chairman Association of Quantity Surveyors in Public Service, the Chairman of the Fellows Forum, Fellows of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors here, our wonderful resource persons, members of the institutes, gentlemen of the press, may I please welcome you all to a two-day workshop organized by the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, whose theme is Quality Management and Control of Quantity Surveying Duties. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I say welcome to you all. My name is Bolaji Shotunde, or if I may, QS Bolaji Shotunde. And I have with me a gentleman here.
Rotimi Ojelade, QS.
Are you a QS?
Yes, QS Rotimi Ojelade.
Rotimi, it's good to be with you. And permit me to say that the theme of the workshop is also resonating the ambience. I really must say the quality of the environment, the decoration, the setup, the arrangement of the press, and the audience seated here, it really shows that we are in for a quality time. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, can you please give a round of applause for the National Executive Council, led by QS Obafemi Onoshile, for putting together this wonderful piece. We're going to more or less guide you through the program of the event, myself and QS Rotimi Ojeloye, and our responsibility is probably just to guide you through everything. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is an environment that has also its own safety precautions. For those of us who might at any point in time want to use the restroom, please go through the door to the left and all the way down there. The restroom is just there within the lobby. We also do encourage every one of us to please take hold of our personal belongings. As you all can tell, our phones are mobile phones. They are not static, just so that they do not become mobile and they leave your immediate vicinity. Please hold on to that. If for any reason we have any health issue, we have members of the facility who will provide first aid checks to you all. And thereafter, if there's something beyond, can easily refer them to a medical center not far away from here. So shortly we're going to have opening remarks by the Secretary, Professional Development and Library. It's going to be also followed by a welcome address by the President of the Institute. And after that, we'll go into our first technical session of the day.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, can we welcome the Secretary Professional Development, QS Ganiu Amudan, for the opening remark. A very brief opening remark, please.
Mr. President, please kindly permit me to stand on the existing protocol to save time. The theme of today's workshop is quality management and control of quantity surveying duties. But when you run through the sub-themes, you will see the resource persons invited to treat the sub-themes of this workshop. You might not know the package of this workshop until the end, and that is why we strategically put the last paper to be lifelong learning as a tool for sustainable quantity surveying practice. That paper will be delivered by a professor, and we advise everybody to, wait till the end of this workshop. Putting it there is strategic. And you see The first paper will also be delivered by a professor. He's a practitioner, and he's also in academics, by Professor Emmanuel Efremu. He'll be talking on achieving excellence in dispensing quantity surveying duties. And the paper will be followed by importance of benchmarking quantity surveying practice against quality management standard. That will also be delivered by QS Aderunke Oyelami. And the importance and processes of obtaining international certification for quality management of professional services. This paper will be delivered by an architect. He's a certified ISO practitioner. So that's why we are inviting him to enrich our knowledge when it comes to the processes of getting certified as a professional, and which we believe will help our members. And today also we'll be talking about implementation of quality management plan for quantity surveying duties. Actually, what will happen is this: we take this paper as the second paper to be delivered by QS Akim Smith, FNI QS. That will come after achieving excellence in dispensing quantity surveying duties. That little tweak is just to make the sub-themes to flow. Then another topic that will be dealt with here is professionalism and career progression for quantity surveyors. This will be delivered by Agogwezi Ifeanyi. He's a young quantity surveyor. They want to give us their own perspective when it comes to quality management and quantity surveying. Ladies and gentlemen, this particular theme for the workshop is one of the strategic management plan of this council, and it's just a way of enhancing our capability as quantity surveyors. The last workshop was on construction contract best practices. Now we are moving to quality management and control of quantity surveying duties. While we wait for our resource persons to do justice to these sub-themes, next now will be a remark by Mr. President, and I'll call on Sotunde to please come and usher in Mr. President to the podium. Thank you very much.
A round of applause for the SPDL. Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, may all please rise on our feet. Please. Let's rise as I please welcome to the podium for his welcome address the President, the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, QS Obafemi Enochile. A round of applause, please.
Thank you, Bolaji. Please sit down. Please have your seats. Thank you. Today is a good day. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First, I would like to thank the Almighty God who has made today possible for us. We are all here today in peace. Our country is not in turmoil. We give gratitude to God. Some countries, they can't even sit together in that country as we are doing. We thank God for journey mercies for our members, and so we give him all the grace for today. May I start by first saluting the President, QSRBN, Malam Muritala Ali, the Mutuale Gombe, and the Past Honorable Minister of Power, Mines and Steel. May I also salute my Deputy President, Malam Mohamed Abato. My Vice President is unavoidably absent this morning as he and the President, QSRBN, they are on another national assignment. Members of NEC present, the past presidents, past President Chief Felix Okereke Unyeri, past President Mr. Jeo Ajanle Koko, past President Mr. John Alufohai, and the chairman of our QSA, Quant Survey Academy, The BOT members here present, Mr. Nomazu, N-O-M Azu, and Alaji M.B. Abubakar. The Dean of Fellows Forum, Aladi Musa from Mina, the Chairperson Waxing, Mrs. Roke Uyelami, the Chairman, Eagle Arts Foundation, Mr. Austin Onaro, Chairman of Chapters, past NEC members, fellows, corporate members, probationers, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to this event. I must appreciate the efforts of the Council, the NEC, in putting this event together, even in the choice of the theme for today, quality management and control of quantity surveying duties. Very apt at this point in time. May I specifically mention the efforts of the SPDL, Secretary for Professional Development and Library, for his untiring efforts in putting the papers together, the SMCA, and the Secretary General. Permit me also, you are welcome, Alaji Kau, past President NIQS, past President QSRBN. You are welcome. Good morning, sir. Permit me to recognize some notable participants at this event, more especially the resource persons. Architect Tayo Babalaki, give me the flyer. Architect Tayo Babalaki, honorary member of the Institute, honorary fellow of the Institute, Professor Emmanuel Ofemon, Professor Emmanuel Ofemon, Professor Godwin Jagboro, Agogwesi Ifeanyi. Of course, I'd earlier mentioned Akim Smith and Aderunke Oyelami. Others are Professor Babalola, I believe she's here, the first woman professor of quantity surveying in Africa, the YQSF chairman, Bola Adeyera. We recognize you and your efforts, even in selecting one of the resource persons for us. The QSRBN members here present, Mr. Nii Jogu will recognize you, and thanks for your contribution to this event. We do appreciate that a lot. To other donors to this event, we're grateful. I recognize you. BQC, is BQC here? Okay, they are sponsoring us here. My task is very simple. It's to welcome you all and to give you a little idea of why we are here today. As you would know, quality is synonymous with value. So it's not just about doing something, but you need to put quality into it in order to attract that extra value. So it is in an effort in increasing the value of quantity surveying that we have put this event together. We hear every day, oh, dwindling quality of education in Nigeria. Not only in Nigeria, worldwide. So we are not alone. Dwindling quality of education and social life. So this is NIQS conscious efforts to raise the bar. Rather than dwindling, we want our own profession to soar higher and higher. We are also bothered about the current young entrants, their performance, and the doctrines they are bringing into the industry. We have new quant surveyors that are, sorry, I have to go back. I'm always out of protocols, but I mentioned I recognize past president, but I'm not sure I specifically mentioned my predecessor, Madam IPP, QS Mrs. Mercy Tokwashe. We appreciate you. Like I was saying, the performance and doctrines of young members. We have young quantity surveyors coming out of school, trying to take off, measure, do bill of quantities for buildings without opening the SMM. How is that possible? But that is the KYCs we're having now. They want to estimate, they want to prepare bill of quantities, price a bill of quantities without even going to the markets to get current market prices. They are telephoning, what rate should I use for concrete? What rate should I use for reinforcement? Or if they are lucky, they get a price book and just, whether it is relevant, whether it's up to date or not, just put it there. That will not help our quality. We are bothered about things like that. And that is why we are bringing this event to play. Also, innovations are abound. There are innovations coming up, new forms of doing things, new processes in quantity surveying. If we are not abreast with this, our quality will go down and our values will go down. I have a case at hand at the Institute, application for arbitration. And the QS that prepared the document used the JCT 1963 with all the faults now that has been known. Nobody's using, internationally, nobody's using JCT 63 anymore. So at this day and age, our QSs are still using JCT 63. Now the problem with that in the arbitration clause says, for this contract, the parties agree to do arbitration to resolve disputes. The appointer of the arbitrator shall be NIQS or Nigerian Institute of Architects. Now the contractor wants NIQS. The employer wants NIA. Where do we go? So they have to go to court to resolve that. And the whole essence of going to arbitration is to avoid going to court. In more recent JCTs, there's a default clause now that in case, should there be differences, non-agreement of the nominator of the arbitrator, certain body will take over, will automatically take over. So you can exercise that clause. In our office, we exercise that and we say, in case there is that difference, NIQS will be the arbitrator, will be the nominator of the arbitrator. So it is envisaged that you may not even have a consensus as to the, if you don't have that consensus, this is it. So all this is why we believe we must bring innovations to our members so that we are all keeping abreast with quality. Some might say, what's the relevance of quality management and control? Is that what we're going there to learn? As some members may say. What is the relevance? We are already trained. There are very many relevances to that, to our profession, to individuals, to firms, to even the institute. To the individuals, enlightenment and awareness in order to make good demands from professionals. For instance, you are in the ministry. You are saying, okay, I'm in the ministry, I'm not a professional, I'm not in consultancy practice. What do you demand of the QS consultant that is working for your ministry? You take whatever they give you. Or you tell them, I know what must come. This is what I'm expecting. This is what I'm expecting. Because you have a quality management system in place. Benchmarking of our services and products to our employers. We engage quantity surveyors, and then what do they know that they should present to their employers to make that, look, this my bill of quantity, sir, it is perfect. If you are not aware of quality standards, quality systems. So You just do, and that's why we see so many sorts of bills of quantities that we are appalled, even from QSs, from some QS practices. Say, what kind of bill of quantities is this? So for the firms, being aware of quality management helps you in competitive edge over co-professionals, over co-QSs. The first time we came across this was about 11 years ago when we were bidding for a project, my practice, for an American company. And they said, where's your quality control